Brazil have not won the World Cup since 2002. That is 24 years of hurt, expectation, and heartbreak for the most decorated nation in football history. 5 titles, more than any other country on earth. And yet a generation of football fans has grown up never seeing Brazil lift that trophy. Today in New Jersey, they face Norway and Erling Haaland in what could be the most explosive match of the entire 2026 World Cup. This is the moment Brazil have been building toward, and the moment Norway have been dreaming about. To understand what is at stake today, you need to understand the weight Brazil carry into every single World Cup. No other nation on earth has this relationship with football. In Brazil, football is not a sport. It is identity. It is religion. It is the thing that unites 215 million people across every state, every city, every favela. When Brazil lose at a World Cup, it is a national tragedy. When they win, it is the greatest celebration on earth. And they have not celebrated since 2002 in Japan and South Korea, when Ronaldo scored twice in the final against Germany. Since then, Brazil have reached the quarterfinals 4 times and the semifinals once. In 2014, on home soil, they suffered the most humiliating defeat in their history. A 7-1 destruction by Germany that the Brazilian people still call the Mineirazo, a wound that has never fully healed. Every World Cup since has carried that scar. Every tournament since has been about redemption. Manager Carlo Ancelotti was brought in specifically to solve this problem. The Italian has won the Champions League 5 times with 4 different clubs. He is the most decorated club manager in the history of football. The idea was simple: take his European knockout expertise and apply it to Brazil. Stop the emotional chaos. Bring calm. Bring structure. Win the World Cup. But Brazil's journey to this point has been anything but smooth. They drew with Morocco in the group stage, a result that sent shockwaves through the Brazilian camp. Morocco pressed them high, attacked on the counter, and exposed the defensive imbalance in Ancelotti's system. Vinicius Junior rescued a 1-1 draw with a brilliant equalizer, but the performance raised serious questions. They then improved against Haiti and Scotland before needing a stoppage-time goal from Gabriel Martinelli against Japan in the round of 32 to survive. The 5-time champions have been hanging on rather than dominating, and every Brazilian fan knows it. On the other side stands Norway and Erling Haaland, the most lethal striker on the planet right now. A man who has turned every clean delivery into a goal at this tournament. A man who does not need chances. He needs one chance. Norway made history in the round of 32, beating Ivory Coast to record their first ever World Cup knockout victory. Antonio Nusa gave Norway the lead. Amad Diallo pulled Ivory Coast level. And then 4 minutes from time, Haaland did what he always does. One delivery. One touch. One goal. Norway win. That is the Haaland formula, and it terrifies every defense in world football. The numbers around Haaland at this tournament are genuinely frightening. Norway rank among the lowest teams in the tournament for possession and total shots per game. They do not need to dominate. They do not need to play pretty football. They need to survive, stay compact, and give Haaland one clean moment. Because one clean moment is all he needs. Brazil's center-backs Marquinhos and Gabriel Magalhães are among the best in the world. But no center-back combination in world football has found a reliable answer to Haaland at his best. Brazil counter with Vinicius Junior, arguably the most exciting attacking player in world football when he is operating at full intensity. The Real Madrid forward has won the Ballon d'Or and the Champions League. He is electric in space, devastating on the counter, and a constant threat from the left side. Against Norway's compact defensive shape, he will face his toughest test of the entire tournament. Norway will pack bodies behind the ball, defend deep, and look to catch Brazil on the break. Whether Vinicius can unlock that defense is arguably the single biggest factor in this match. There is also the Bruno Guimaraes factor. The Newcastle midfielder is one of the most complete central midfielders in world football right now. His ability to control tempo, find passes through the lines, and drive forward from midfield gives Brazil an extra dimension that most teams cannot match. If Guimaraes dominates the midfield battle against Martin Odegaard and Norway's engine room, Brazil should have enough. If Norway disrupt Brazil's rhythm and keep the game tight, Haaland becomes the difference. Then there is the historical echo that every Norwegian fan will remember. In 1998 at the World Cup in France, Norway beat Brazil 2-1 in the group stage. Tore Andre Flo caused chaos. Kjetil Rekdal scored the winner from the penalty spot. It remains one of the most famous results in Norwegian football history. Nearly 3 decades later, Norway have another chance to do the unthinkable: to eliminate Brazil from a World Cup knockout stage, to write a new chapter in their football story that would last generations. Brazil's squad depth gives Ancelotti options that most managers can only dream about. Neymar can come off the bench and change a game with a moment of individual brilliance. Endrick, one of the most highly rated teenagers in world football, provides penalty box aggression and a different kind of threat. Martinelli offers pace and directness. Rafinha provides creativity and set-piece danger. Brazil can change the game from the bench in ways that Norway simply cannot match. But football does not care about squad depth when the scoreline is level in the 85th minute and Haaland is standing 12 yards from goal. Football cares about who wants it more, who handles the pressure better, who makes the decisive moment count. Here is the truth about this match. If Norway win today, it becomes the greatest result in their football history. Without question, without debate. A nation of 5 million people eliminating the 5-time world champions in a World Cup knockout match. The story would be told in Norway for generations. Haaland would become a legend, not just in football, but in his country's national identity. If Brazil win, the pressure only grows. A quarterfinal awaits. The 24-year wait continues to define every move, every decision, every performance. Ancelotti will know that winning today is the minimum. The question is whether Brazil can finally find the level that their talent demands at the exact moment the tournament requires it. 1 match, 2 stories, 2 nations, 1 dream. The 2026 World Cup does not get bigger than this. Subscribe to Football Chronicles for daily World Cup updates, deep dives, and the stories behind the biggest moments in football history. We post every single day. And drop in the comments, who wins today? Brazil or Norway? Let's settle this debate right now.